Ich gehöre längst nicht mehr zur Welt der Sterblichen. Ich fürchte hier nichts und niemanden. Willst du wissen, wer ich bin? Ich bin Vegeta!
Hello guys, Mr. Shockwave Kid, and I'm back here once again. And you saw the title of the video, Ippo Makunouchi Takamura is the main event at the Tokyo Dome. Can it sell like 65,000 seats? In my opinion, yes. I've been thinking about this ever since the chapters of what chapter? Yeah, ever since the chapters came up where Ippo was talking to the coach and Yagi, and it's just like they brought the Tokyo Dome. And the reason why is it all started. Sorry for the head scratch. It all started when Yagi brought up Ricardo Martinez versus Sendo would not sell the Tokyo Dome. And I was like, that makes sense because really, the Tokyo Dome is mainly in Tokyo. And sure, some of Sendo's die-hard supporters will show up to show their support, but Tokyo is pretty much Ippo's, Takamura's, and Mishiba's domain. The death god himself of Japan. That's pretty much their domain. And the secret layer of the death god's sister, the demon Kumi. I still find it funny. I find it hilarious. I don't know why I find it so funny, but to me it makes sense. Sure, Ricardo Martinez is a world champion, but if the Tokyo Dome was in Mexico, you could still out Mexico that way since he's a natural hero. But it's just like, the thing is, what else would be a better time? I get that. I get that. The thing is, the fact that Takamura himself, even as the unified champion of the middleweight class, even as the former WBC champion of the middleweight class, even the pride of Japan, Takamura, cannot sell out the Tokyo Dome by himself, which is not really concerning, but it's just like, wait, what? The great Takamura can't do it by himself? And then on top of that, later in chapter 1321, Takamura just like, Ippo, with the old man really said that he wanted to see him at the Tokyo Dome, then it's our goal to get him there, Ippo. Then I just start, ever since then I started thinking, what else would be a better time for Ippo return? Not just to return, but on the biggest stage. And it's just like, it gets better. At first, it's just like, what else would be what other place should Kurakuren Hall would be an excellent place for Ippo to return, to make his grand state returns? Sure, it would, but it's just the Tokyo Dome. The Tokyo Dome, I believe, I truly, it might be a mindless theory, but I truly believe Ippo could return to the Tokyo Dome, but it's just not that. Let's just say, what if that's still just not enough? Alright, what if we still need more star power to sell at the Tokyo Dome? What if Ippo and Takamura is not enough? Even if Ippo bring in like at least 10,000 die-hard dedicated fans, what if that's just not enough? We still need 5,000 more. And then I thought in the first recording, that's pretty simple. We could just have the entire Core Gamma 5 be on the exact same pay-per-view. The exact, yes, I'm talking about bring out all the stops. Aoki the Frog King, Kimura, the people's champion of the Sharpened District, the Itagaki, the genius prodigy, Ippo Makunouchi, the Wind God, and the great Takamura, all on the exact same pay-per-view, all the exact, it'll be too much. It's too much. I find it impossible for this to happen. It'll be too much, man. I don't think my heart can take it. That'll be an excellent scenario. It'll be perfect. It'll be too much. It'll be the first time. It'll be absolutely the first time where we had all of the Kurogama 5 on the exact same match, on the exact same day, all on the exact same. The great Takamura, of course, the big man himself, the big guy himself, as the main event, with the other four as the undercard. I'm sorry, I find that hard to believe. I personally find that hard to believe, not to sell out. And they'd be like, how else would it be? How else would it be? It's pretty simple. Just have Aoki finally go and get Shinobu, because it's just like, finally, Tamika would be like, finally, Aoki has made it to the big league. They just give Takamura, and not Takamura, again, give Kimura a nice, tough, strong opponent. We could just have top tier matches back to back like we've never seen in Hajime Ippo. You might get one, you might get two, but the caliber of this will put Ippo versus, we'll put Senna versus Ricardo Martinez to shame. Well, Freddy Gonzalez to shame. I'm sure Billy McCullum wasn't a 5-star opponent, alright? Billy McCullum did get beat. Billy McCullum did go down, but I was not expecting the fight to end up like that. I was still glad with what I got. Sure, it didn't push Ricardo Martinez, but it's just like, it's rare times in circumstances you can have fights back to back like that. And then you can have Itagaki the Genius going against a Mai for the Japanese Championship. Once again, give Ippo his return match. On top of that, Takamura like unifying the going undisputed in the super middleweight class that wouldn't sell like 65,000 seats. Please, I have a dream that is possible. I believe that is possible. I believe that it is possible. This could be theories of a madman, but I believe it's possible that Ippo, it's really Ippo by himself or Ippo Takamura with the Kurogama 5. I believe all of them personally can sell at the Tokyo Dome. Because it's like, why else would they bring up the Tokyo Dome now? Somebody say, oh, Takamura can just do it on like his second match or his title defense if he beats Keith Dragon. He'd be like, no, since Yagi and Coach Kurogama been pushing for like Takamura's US debut, that would even up the odds even more for Takamura to Tokyo. Depending on what he wins, it would. But Takamura's next fight is already pretty much sealed and deal in my opinion. It's really going to be in Las Vegas or Madison Square Garden, because I hope it's in Las Vegas. I'm sick of seeing all these New Yorkers. How many more New Yorkers do we need? Alright, Coach Kurogama, there are more states besides for New York. I'm sick of seeing all these New Yorkers. It's New Yorker after New Yorker after New Yorker. We had 3 New Yorkers, Bryant Hawk, David Eagle, and Richard Bison. It's just, how many more New Yorkers do we need? But I can't really confirm that David Eagle thing, but I know Richard Bison. No. Wrong. That's wrong. It's David Eagle. No, it's Bryant Hawk. He's a New Yorker. And I don't know what David Eagle's from. I can't remember. But it's Richard Bison from the Motor City. So I give him that. I'll give him that. But it's still a bunch of states up north. He'll get someone from Las Vegas. Maybe the next opponent will be from next Vegas for Takamura. Well, not really a major opponent, just his next fight. It'd be like the whole Fox fight where Takamura just knocked him out and the Fox stunts complete. But it's just, I don't know. I really love that idea, personally. I would personally really enjoy the idea of the Kurogama 5. The Kurogama 5 heading up the Tokyo Dome. The ideal is too perfect, in my opinion, for it not to happen. It'll be perfect, in my opinion. It will and it can sell out. Maybe I'm a madman. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Because I personally believe it can sell out. Because, like, in my opinion, because, like, how else, or what would be bigger to have Ippo to return than the Tokyo Dome? That would be amazing. And it's just like, seeing Takamura and Ippo, Kimura, Itagaki, and Aoki all in the same dressing room, all preparing for a fight, back to back. That was 6 times, and I know it. It'll be excellent. You can't make that any better. That would be the best series of fights of Hajime Ippo of the entire series. You can't tell me any difference. There might be a better fight, but like a better pay-per-view? Nah, that's the best one. The Kurogama fight. And this could be the last time Itagaki even choose to fight with him before he leaves the gym. It could be a massive possibility. There are so many options. It just, I love the idea way too much. I really do. I really love the idea too much of just seeing the Kurogama. Like, at first, this video is just gonna be purely about Ippo returning with Takamura. We can start a Tokyo Dome. But then, like, you would have seen that first video of me coming up with this idea. It'll be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic to see the entirety of the Kurogama 5 somehow with some pocket change, some luck, and some mermaid magic, somehow, some way they'll be able to pull off the Tokyo Dome. It'd be excellent. It'd be fantastic. darn it, I don't care if we gotta call up Miata for the first time. I don't care. I believe that it's possible. I believe it's possible. But it's just not. I think it's just a bunch of wishful thinking. But it's just the possibility. The possibility of such an excellent event happening. It's just like it's too big to fail. In my opinion, it's too big to fail. And there's no guarantee Kimura's gonna win his match. There's no guarantee of that. But it's just like, who wouldn't want to see that? Who wouldn't want to see the Core Gamma 5 head up the entirety of entire like pay-per-view by themselves or match? I don't know if it's pay-per-view. I don't know, but to hold up an entire event by themselves. Because even if it's not like Itagaki or like Kimura or Yoki, you can just switch them up with Hammer now, and we still got some. You can switch them up with Hammer now or Miata or Mishiba, and like just seeing the interaction in the locker room. And like you better not mess this up for me, especially with Mishiba. With Mishiba, he'd be comedy gold. Because we really haven't seen Takamura and Mishiba interact that much. That Mishiba respects Takamura's strength, but we haven't really seen them in the same room that much at all. But boy, that would be quite a match. That would be quite the setup right there. But that's just me and my whisper thinking. Do you guys? I don't know. See it happening. The potential of seeing Ippo and Takamura at the Tokyo Dome and how they sell it out. Because my opinion, it's rather going to be just Ippo and Takamura or the entirety of the Core Gamma 5. The entirety of them main eventing an event by themselves. It'd be like a match made in heaven. You just gotta get the fighters and it's basically done already. The Japanese locals versus the outside foreigners. Well, it depends on who Kimura fights. Now, it depends on who Kimura fights. And Shinobu. Actually, it depends on what Shinobu trump. Well, technically he'd be foreign to Tokyo, but you could put it at that angle, but just I also say, like, think about the poster. How would that event poster look like with the Core Gamma 5 on it, and you got Yoki, Takamura, and like Kimura all fighting on who got the most space? Of course, I'll have the most space. No, you don't need the most space. You're the main event. You just need to have your name on the poster. Or really, you getting pretty brave today. You getting pretty brave. It's just some shenanigans, and it's just of course, they're gonna lose at the Ippo. It's like Itagaki. How come Itagaki's image is bigger than ours? The shenanigans, the hype, the training for that match. To me, it'll be too much. It's too much of a dream for it to happen. It's one of those things where it's too big. It's too big to fail. In my opinion, it's too much. It will be too much for that main event to actually happen. It's just like, if that event what else do we need? We don't need anything else. We said there's always a possibility of just Ippo Takamura with Ippo's wear a title match and Takamura's wear a title match still at the Tokyo Dome even further, and Ippo's return match won't be there. But it's just there goes Spider-Man beat up on the cancer patient. But it's just I don't know. Maybe this is just a bunch of wishful thinking, because it's just like, I've been meaning to make this video because like the recent chapter there wasn't too much to react to really. I did enjoy like the Berserk reference, because like if you didn't know, Murata Kentaro was actually working under George Morikawa as an assistant before he started working on Berserk. So if you didn't know that's why it's just like doing like the 30th anniversary. You saw like Kentaro draw like some congratulation art, and that's why in the recent chapter after, you can't say that's not. You can also say like maybe the Baphomet there, which I don't see how like a Baphomet statue would give you good luck unless you're trying to get like some type of devil's luck scenario. But yeah, but I didn't think it was enough to make a reaction to, so I've just been having this video just on the back burner to make, and I just haven't recorded or do anything. But it's just like that possibility of seeing the Core Gamma 5, all of them for the first time on the exact, like seriously, like a Yoki and Kimura on a match with Takamura, or like we've seen like Itagaki and Takamura on like the same like event, but we haven't seen all 5 or 4 of them on the same event. Like we've seen like Ippo, Kimura, and a Yoki for like Ippo's return match, but we haven't seen like all 4 of them, like the main 4 or all 5, including Itagaki, all do an event. Haven't seen that. You also had like Itagaki and Ippo, but we haven't seen like all 5 of them, which is I think it's personally just a bunch of wishful thinking. I personally don't believe it will happen, but I do believe Ippo could return at the Tokyo Dome and sell it out. But it'll be nothing, in my opinion, nothing better than seeing the Kurogama 5 sell at the Tokyo Dome. Cause like it should be easy for Yagi to set up, especially if they able to get in contact with Shinobu's trainer, something like that. And Shinobu can still be a good opponent, and then maybe get like Kimura some type of TIE fighter from Thailand, something like that, or maybe from the Philippines again, but a different guy. Well, give him a Korean guy. Yeah, give him a Korean guy. And like he hates his he hates his 9-to-5 job, and he's just like he gonna tear Kimura's face from his body, and it'll be like another international match for Kimura. It's just like that Itagaki versus MMA. Like Itagaki has been in the slum, and maybe this time it'd be like with MMA. All right, this time Itagaki, you allow me to marry Nanako if he says yes. He'd be like, what? Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? That'd be excellent. It's just like, I don't know who Ippo would fight. Cause if Itagaki does go against a May for his return match, cause they did make that whole video, if Ippo would lose his return match, it'll be against a Mai. I said a Mai. Cause you know, have a Japanese crowd turn against him and all that. But if it's not a Mai, then give him a Korean guy. I don't know. Or some guy from Vietnam. Give him somebody. Or maybe be Ippo's first American. Ippo's first American. You have like a few American fans show up to Tokyo. It's just a possibility and the principle of it. It'll be so great. It will be so it'll be so unbelievable. It'll be fantastic. That's the only thing I asked to be able to call it. It'll be fantastic if that match was to actually happen. It really would. In my opinion, it really would. Well, if that event, not match, if that event would happen. And then like, especially for Takamura. The reason I want to say Takamura for Undisputed before I wrap this up is because we're already seeing Takamura for Unified. But Takamura I don't believe, you know, like, if you follow me, you know I don't believe Takamura will actually become like a world champion. I believe that he'll come up short. But as it referred to like Takamura become undisputed, like eventually in my opinion he's gonna have to become an undisputed. Now sure he could become undisputed at cruiserweight, sure he become undisputed at light heavyweight, but undisputed at super middleweight will be something. But I don't know. But yeah, I gotta let you guys think. Do you believe that Ippo plus Takamura as an event, as Ippo as an undercard, do you believe such a thing will actually sell at the Tokyo Dome? Or do you believe Ippo will return at the Tokyo Dome at all as his return match? Do you believe he'll have a few fights and then his world championship, he'll be at the Tokyo Dome? And at that point, I don't even know if the Coach Kurogama will survive like the next like 2-3 years, or the next 2-3 fights. So it's just, I don't know, maybe he can, maybe he can't, but it's just, yeah. And you got Hiriko Ippo's mom and things like that, and then maybe then she'll finally be able to show up to one of Ippo's matches. It'll be just as dominant as Kurosawa. I hope the guy's not weak, but like she would have showed up to a Kurosawa fight. That would have been the first time see Ippo just dominate somebody. Sure, it's not like a tough opponent, but it's just like she wanted to see her son not get hit or hurt, and the Kurosawa fight was exactly that. So sadly she missed out on it, but it's just, hey, I don't care if it's a Gake or if it's Mishiba, somebody gotta fill that fifth spot. And also it could be Mishiba's world title match with Ippo's return match and Takamura's title. Come on, Billy. There are options to sell the Tokyo Dome, but I can't really say if it's going to happen or not. But it is like a bunch of wishful thinking. It is like a bunch of theories. But all I can say, I hope it happened one way or another. But I don't know what you guys think. Do you believe that a Korogama 5 type event, well, with them holding their own type of event, sell at Tokyo Dome? Or do you believe Ippo returning with Takamura World Championship match will sell at Tokyo Dome? Or do you just think that Ippo and his fan base just want to sell at Tokyo Dome by itself? Because Ippo have headlined main events by himself and Korean Hall in that other hall, especially with Mexican. With Mexican Death God Gonzalez. Did Takamura have a match after that? I can't remember, but it would be something. It would be something indeed. But otherwise, I don't know you guys' thoughts on the band. Me, boom, Shockwave King. I don't know how this video turned out, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been me, Shockwave King, and peace.